To get the fire sword, you need to fully unlock the map and get the pack punch. And then once you talk to Craft, you need to find a zombie with a bucket helmet to give you a stamp. That will allow you to make the default swords, the bastard sword, which you can then begin upgrading. Each statue has a different crest on it. The first one we're working on is the dragon. You need to give the stamp to the statue with the Dragon Crest on it. And when you pick up the sword, it should be labelled as Dragon Bastard Sword. You then want to head to the entrance hall where Juggernog is. Go up the stairs and you'll find the dragon statue. This is where you need to place your sword into the pedestal. And once the sword is placed, 3 braziers will light up on the map. You need to locate all 3 and interact with them. The first one is located outside the main entrance on the hillside rampart. Hold your interact button on it. This will set your character on fire, creating a fire effect around your screen. And when you do pick it up, you will start taking damage. So you have to quickly take the fire back to the dragon statue and release the fire. The second brazier is located at the very back of spawn. You want to repeat the same exact thing, pick it up and carry it all the way to the dragon statue. And then the third one is just outside of the spawn area. And again, you just want to pick it up and take it to the dragon. Now, I'm not sure if there are more locations on the map, but these are the 3 that I found in my game, and they're not really that difficult to find anyway. After successfully bringing the fire back to the dragon 3 times, the dragon will breathe flames onto the sword, and this will transfer the sword into the Caliburn sword, also known as the fire sword. Durendal's electric sword. You need to get a stamp from one of the buckethead zombies, the ones with the night helmets. And as you enter the dining hall, you want to come to the statue on your left. It'll have a stag on the chest. It will then give you the sword Stag Bastard Sword. Now to upgrade this sword to the electric sword, we need to find 3 lightning rods, and one of them requires us to have dead wire on our weapon. The first one is next to Speed Cola on the map here. There's an electric box on the wall, just shoot it with your dead wire weapon. And one of the lightning rods will fall down. The second lightning rod is on the left side of the map next to Dead Shot, and it's to the left of the machine right in the corner, right here. And for the last lightning rod, you just basically have to farm enemies until you find a heavy zombie with it attached to him, like this one here. You can see that the lightning rod is attached to his body inside of the dungeon. Just kill him and he will drop the lightning rod. Once you do have all 3 lightning rods, you want to make your way up to the hillside ramparts, to this vase right here. And you want to put in all 3 lightning rods into the vase. This will spawn a storm, and you just want to use your sword until your sword gets lightning on it. When it does have lightning, just hit the vase. And once you hit the vase 3 times, you can put the sword into the vase. And that will give you the upgraded lightning sword, Durendal. Balmung Raven Sword is the second statue on the left with a raven on the shoulder. You just want to pick up this sword, give it a stamp. When you pick it up, it will be called the Raven Bastard Sword. And then you want to make your way into the alchemical lab. And there should be an item somewhere in this room. For me, my item was on this bookshelf. I'll then have on screen the other 4 rocks and artifacts that you can find. This one here is the one that I had in my game, and it's the jaw for the lion. This one on the table is a rock fish. And then the next one is a scorpion fossil, and it's just sitting on the table in the middle of the room. The next one is a pair of bird heads, and these are on the same shelf as the jaw. And the last one is a ram's horn. I wasn't able to actually get a picture of it, but that is the location for it on the east shelf. Once you do have your item and your sword, you want to make your way back to spawn and go into the basement. And then you want to place your antiquity onto the wall, which will be a bone or a fossil. And then insert your sword into the bottom, and then hold interact, and then you'll be tasked with matching the antiquity in the middle to the astrology symbol and the element. You'll have 3 buttons, one to rotate the inner circle, another to rotate the outer circle, and a submit and quit. The inner circle is the elements, so you have fire, earth, air, and water, and then the outer circle is the astrology symbols. So you have Aries, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, and Pisces. Now to make this super simple, I'll have on screen all of the items that you can find, along with their zodiac symbol and their element. If there are more antiquities found, I'll have them listed in the description below, along with their symbol and element. So the one that I got in my game was a lion's jawbone, so it has to be fire and Leo. And you have to put both symbols at the bottom, where the green arrow is pointing upwards. So you want to rotate the inner ring until you have fire, and the outer ring until you have a Leo, and then hit submit. And that will spawn a purple portal behind you. Orbs will start spawning, and you have to lead them into the portal, and you have to put 3 orbs into the portal. And you have to do that for 3 portals. So that's the first one. The second portal spawns right here. Just give it 3 orbs as well. And then the last portal will be up the stairs. But once you finish all 3 portals, the orb will fly back downstairs. Just hold interact, it will pull out the sword, and you'll be presented with the Balmung fully upgraded Raven sword. Now for the Solais light sword, you're going to need a stamp and you want to use it on this statue right here with a lion on it. This will give you the lion bastard sword. And when you pick up this sword, you'll notice parasites spawning in that are glowing yellow. You want to make your way over to Speed Cola, and this is the door that you want to interact with. However, before you can interact with it, you need 4 parasites. When you hit a parasite, you notice that the sword will start glowing yellow. You want to come over to the door and melee the door. And when you melee the door, you'll notice that it has a yellow light on the door. And you need to do this 4 times. Once you do that 4 times, you'll notice that the door has 4 lights on it, 4 symbols. You just want to interact with the door, you'll be teleported inside, and at the bottom there'll be some zombies and a pedestal. You want to put the sword into the pedestal, and on the pedestal it will display a symbol that you need to shoot, and when you place the sword into the pedestal, it will start spawning these symbols that fly around the room. You want to find the symbol that's correspondent to the symbol on the pedestal and shoot it, and you have to do this 4 times. But once you shoot the 4 symbols, you can pick up the sword and you'll be teleported out, and that's how you make Solais. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, it will help the channel a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.